Howdy crew members, how are you this week? We're going to be talking about the importance of getting a good night's sleep. So this week we're reading Froggy Goes to Bed by Jonathan London. This is one of my favorite book series. As a teacher, I used to love to read these books to my students, and I used to have the entire collection, but I think that I gave some to my nephew, I'm not sure. So let's dig in, guys. It was late. Froggy was too poop to pop. He'd been playing hard at Max's all day long. Froggy, called his mother. What? It's time for bed. No, cried Froggy. I'm not tired. Uh-oh, this sounds like some people that I know. Why don't you take a nice bath, she said. We'll even make it a bubble bath. Oh, that's fun. Okay, said Froggy, but first I have to find my boat. Flop, flop, flop. He looked in the fridge. Nope. He looked beneath the sink. Not here. He looked in the laundry bin. I found it, he said. And he took a bath. Splash, splash, splash. How fun. Now it's time to put your pajamas on, said his mother. And she wrapped him all cozy warm in a towel. Okay, said Froggy, but first I have to find them. Flop, flop, flop. He looked on his floor. Nope. He looked in his toy chest. Not here. And he looked behind his desk. I found them. And he put them on. Swoop. Froggy, called his mother. What? It's time to brush your teeth, said his mom. Okay, said Froggy, but first I have to find my toothbrush. Flop, flop, flop. He looked in the fish bowl. Oh my stars, is your toothbrush in the fish bowl? We need to get a new toothbrush if it is. It wasn't in the fish bowl. He looked in the wastebasket. Not here. He looked in the cookie jar. I found it. Oh my goodness, if your toothbrush is in the cookie jar, you probably need to have a toothbrush in there. And he brushed his gums. Brush, brush, brush. Froggy, called his mother. What? I bet you want your Huggy, she said. Yep, said Froggy. I have to find my Huggy. Flop, flop, flop. Oh, here it is. It's under the stove. Bump. Oh, he gave it a hug and he climbed into bed. He hit his head, you guys. Now it's time to sleep, said his mother, and she gave him a good night kiss. Okay, said Froggy, but first I need a snack. Then I'll go to sleep. And he hopped out of bed. Flop, flop, flop. Munch, scrunch, munch. He ate a bowl of flies. I'm just kidding. Don't eat flies. And then he crawled back into bed. Now go to sleep, Froggy, said his mother. She was getting a little tired herself. Did you know that mommies and daddies get tired too? They sure do. Okay, said Froggy, but I'm thirsty. And you have to close the closet and open my door just a crack and turn the nightlight down just like I like it. Then I'll go to sleep. Oh, fiddlesticks, said his mother, and she got him a glass of water. Oops, cried Froggy, looking a little more red than green in the face. It spilled. Uh-oh. Oh, Froggy, said his mother, and then she wiped up the spill. Then she got him another glass of water. Glug, glug, glug. She closed the closet door, slam, and then she opened his door just a crack. Creak. And then she turned down the nightlight just right. Now go to sleep, she said. Okay, said Froggy, but first will you read me a story? Of course, dear. Oh, she yawned. And she read, and she read, and she read till the book dropped. Thump. And she fell asleep. And she was snoring like a horse. Good night, Mom, said Froggy. Then he closed his eyes and went to sleep. Good night, Froggy, said Mr. Owl, sitting on a branch. Hoo, hoo, hoo. And listen, guys, at nighttime we need to make sure that we get all of our things that we need to do, like getting our drink, going to the potty, making sure we get our stories read. We need to get all of that done and get into bed so we can get a good night's sleep. And if you would like to get this book by Jonathan London, you can either get it at your library for free, or Miss Christy will give you a link so that your parents can click on that and get that wonderful book for you to have at home. And you can read this at bedtime then. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this week's topic about getting some sleep. And I hope that... Bye, y'all.